you saw the game the other night with the Bugs?
No, the last game I seen was with the Twins because I've been busy when they got scraped by the Twins.
Okay, so I can't ask you this question because you didn't see the Bugs because there was Bugs the other night, and you know the umpires were wondering. I was wondering if the umpire should have stopped the game or not, and a lot of fans were saying that maybe they should have stopped the game because of the Bugs.
All right, if that's what made them lose, or if you feel that's what made them lose, probably. Yeah, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, I agree on that. But as far as Joe Torre, no, I don't think he should lose his job at all.
But the Bugs should stop the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's what made them lose, yeah.
Okay, see that?
I'm a Yankee fan. I love the Yankees.
All right. No, you got to play with whatever conditions it is, whether it's rain or snow. You know, you can't help the Bugs. They're just there. I mean, he did the best he could, you know. I just wish he could have done a lot better in that situation.
But you don't think the umpire should have called the game?
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, not at all.
Yeah, because we don't have that out here, you know. We'd have had control with pesticides and all that. They should have did that before the game started.
And besides, here in New York, we kill all the bugs.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know.
All right.
Well, in my opinion, they shouldn't have stopped the game because it's a natural effect. Bugs come and go, rain. They continue the game in rain as long as it's not heavy. But the whole Bugs, I guess us Latin players, we're used to the Bugs while we playing. So Jabba Chamberlain, I could give you an excuse for that. You don't know how to play with bugs in your eyes. In Nebraska, there's really no bugs like that. And honestly, the Bugs did affect them because 2 wild pitches, and that's just not Jabba Chamberlain, pretty much.
All right. The other night when they played in the bug-infested game, which is the Canadian Bugs that came over to and invaded the United States just to, want to find out, do you think the umpire should have called that game?
I don't know. That's sad. You know, like said a lot about baseball. You know, you got to play with all conditions.
That's part of the game. The weather, the bugs, that adds a lot of different components to the game that you have to overcome. No way. I think they did the right thing.
I'm with the first guy.
Guy, I'm out of popcorn.
You're looking for bugs? I'm with the first guy. I'm with the first guy. You know, if I think that's what causes the game. I think we should they should give us a recount. But then again,
he was honest about it because if them bugs was buggy.
Yeah, and then I like the guy who said the Latin guy who says, well, you know, us Latin people, we play with bugs. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, you know, listen, it was a lot of bugs. You know, they could have said, okay, let's stop the game or something. Like rain, you know, they stopped the game for a little while, put on the tarp, but you know, you got to play. You got to play with the bugs and stuff.
You got to play with the bugs.
And I've seen it before, and right there in that same field, Jacobs Field.
Well, aren't they near a lake, which is conducive to like breeding grounds and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, they're near Lake Erie, and let me tell you, it was very eerie there that night.
Don't they call that the mistake by the lake?
That's what they call Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay, now
let's go. Let's talk some football because it's baseball season, but
it's baseball postseason, which we have a New York team involved in.
That's right, one New York team. The other team has a lot of Latins that could have adopted to the Bugs, but let's not go there. And one of those guys sound like if they play rain, snow, but anyway, like I said.
No, well, snow. Speaking of snow, didn't earlier this season I think it was Milwaukee was involved in the game and it got snowed out.
Every year,
you get one or two games?
They open up, you know, and now springtime, a lot of these places still get snow, and you know, I mean, Cleveland played in I think 2 or 3 different stadiums because they couldn't play in Cleveland because of
adverse
snow
weather. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty bad. But talk about adverse weather and stuff. Now we're getting to the real grimy stuff. You know, football.
Where's my leather helmet?
He broke out another hat, folks. He broke out another hat.
I had to break out the giant hat.
He had to break out the big blue.
I picked the Jets.
This weekend was a big one.
Yeah, you won.
Yes,
you won the Battle of New York.
Well, that was only one of a handful of games, and yes, I can count them on one hand. Yeah. Of a handful of games, I've won in my.
Count them on 4 fingers, maybe.
No, I said one hand.
Okay.
I've got 6 fingers on one hand. But getting back to the Giants-Jets, that game was kind of like hanging in the balance up until halftime.
Yeah,
then after the half, they came out and they steamrolled him.
That big guy Jacobs, he still don't convince me. I don't get it. And by the way, that other running back, 34.
Derek Ward.
Yeah, Derek. I mean, you know, he was a Jet. He was on their taxi squad. I mean, if they Jets got these guys on their taxi squad, why did they do it on the taxi squad? Why don't they just, you know, bring them up? I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, they could have been playing for us. We could have won the game.
Well, what happens is, you know, they had Curtis Smarting at the time, and they was undecided about his, you know, whether he was going to retire or not. But I like the way the Big Blue operated. Eli Manning was a little bit skittish there in the first half.
In the first half, he was skittish. In the first half, he had a 0 rating.
Eli Manning. See, I'm an Eli fan. That's my man. Leave Eli alone.
I like Eli.
You understand what I'm saying?
I like Eli.
No, man. That's my man, Eli.
Yeah,
Everybody's been dumping on Eli.
They're all your
what?
man.
You know what? Because he's a Manning. The man. But if the offensive line performs, and as we always know, in football 101, run sets up the pass.
Yeah.
If you can dominate the offensive line of scrimmage like how they were doing and they was running, it will set up the pass. Plaxico Burress, my hat's off to you because you've been playing with a severely sprained ankle. I read a statement after that week when they did in Washington and he had that catch with the one hand. Mm-hmm. He had given the ball to a person who was an amputee, and he seen the joy in that person. He was like, wait a minute. This person doesn't have a leg, and I'm complaining about a lousy ankle injury, and this person's got, you know, a smile like every day.
Yeah.
Come on, I can weather through this. So, therefore, Plaxico is another one on my list for my man. Leave him alone. And as far as Jacobs is concerned, I got it on good account from our director editor.
That they're gonna get glue for his hands?
No, because he played football.
Who?
And Alan Carlton. Alan Carlton played.
He played for who?
At Syracuse. But that's another story. That's when they had leather helmets. I'm sorry, bro. I had to throw that zig in there.
Leather helmets, huh?
But you know, he played some ball. So
he played when they had those horrid uniforms they're playing in this?
No. Those were the throwback uniforms. His uniforms.
Those are before they had uniforms.
They used to paint them, you know, because they was upstate and they had the.
They weren't wearing those Philadelphia Eagle.
No.
Okay.
But getting back to that, Jacobs has got to run better than how he has running. Like Al said,
he's got to hold on to the ball better.
He can't tiptoe to the line. Do like Earl Campbell.
What is he, Tiny Tim, tiptoeing through the tulips?
Now let's get to the Jet side. Chad Pennington. What is his? Come on now.
First of all, before we go to the Jet side, you know. We were coming to the end of the half, and with 28 seconds, who in the world is calling the Giant offense? Because you sit on the ball and you go to the locker room, you regroup, and like the Giants did, they came back in the second half and they won the game. But it was crazy. I mean, how can you throw the ball when you're on this side of the 50-yard line, and the Jets got another field goal? You know, so I mean. You know,
that was a 10-point swing. That was a 10-point swing. That was key. That was a 10-point swing. That was very
key. I almost lost him the game, but you know, but Chad, listen, a lot of Jet fans complain because Chad don't have that rifle of an arm and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens because a lot of people are calling for him, you know, to put in the second string guy, which is that new
Kellen
kid,
Clemens.
Clemens,
the kid got the big arm.
So Roger Clemens. Maybe
not Roger. Kellen Clemens, man. Not that.
Maybe
Clemens.
he's related.
No, that other Clemens for the Yankees.
I hope he's not related. No, because he'll have a bad hamstring.
Clemens with that hamstring. You're paying him all that kind of money, and then you're gonna come in here
and
you're not even. Come on now.
Let's go to the blotter.
All right then.